So I am making the foundation of what I would call my red stew. And with this, it is sweet peppers, onions, ginger, garlic, carrots, carrots. And also we have these sweet chilies as well. In the oven for about 15 minutes, I would say 20 minutes max. Once it is done, I'll take it out and I'll blend it. And
a few 20 minutes later.
You can see that. All those juices underneath. All that is going to go and get blended. What we're going to do, we're going to blend it. Now I prefer to use a hand blender because I can blend more and it feels like I'm more in control. Alright, so now in the pot is the oil that I poured in before. Okay, so this is on. And once it heats up a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and add this blend to it. So it's all smooth now. You can see that. Not smooth, but you can see what I mean, right? Well, let's get it in. So this is gonna go right now. Get more of that in. No. So we're gonna add the whole tin of this pureed tomato. It's a big pot. We're gonna add the whole tin to this, and what is gonna happen is we're gonna add some water. So this is gonna be, you're gonna see how it's gonna get put together. Okay. Don't be shocked. Some of my African people out there who are thinking, why would you add the whole tin? Yeah. So yeah. So this part requires continual mixing. It needs to be constantly mixed so it doesn't burn, especially because it's been turned into a paste. Because it's been turned into a paste, you don't want the bottom to burn, so you're just mixing it until it kind of starts to get a bit golden. A bit golden, not like I'm not golden, I'm chocolate. I'm not caramel, I'm chocolate. Why am I talking about that? I don't really know. Yeah, so you've got to just keep stirring it until it gets a bit golden, you know, a bit golden. Don't let it get burnt. Keep the under going. So I'm going to show you it now. You'll see that it's kind of a different colour now to what it was before. And you can also see like it's not very much oil. It might look like a lot of oil when I was pouring it in, but it's not. It's not a lot of oil at all. Can you see that? See the oil that you're working with? Yeah. So. You can see wagwan. See wagwan. Yes? So that's nice. That's nice and that's golden enough for me now. It's golden enough for me to add a little bit, not all, but I want to add a little bit of the pureed tomato first. See how golden that is? And I've made sure the under's not burnt because I've been stirring it continually, you know? Stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. Come on, baby. Yeah. Come on and stir it up. Yeah, if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. Alright, so I'm going to start adding the pureed tomato in. Not a lot to start off with, but all of this tin is going in, the whole thing. Everything is going in there. Right now, we're just going to mix up a little bit. So if I was doing this with just the onions that wasn't pureed, or I was making a regular stew, right, if I was making a regular stew, this is all the pureed tomato I would need. If I was making a pure fresh tomato based stew, this is all the tomato puree I would need, but I'm not. This is a cheating stew where it's going to be more tomato puree based. You see? So we're going to get this browned off a little bit as well before we add the rest of the tomato puree. Okay, so that's what it is. That's what it is. Stir it up, stir it up. Again, you have to just keep stirring because now the tomato puree has been added, it will have a tendency to burn a lot quicker. You know, so okay, so this is going really well. You can see that if I leave it, it will just burn, the under will burn. Brown nicely, I like it like that. And I'm gonna now incorporate the rest of the pureed tomato tomatoes. He says tomatoes. I say tomatoes. How many different ways or accents do you think I could say onions? I was practicing this a bit earlier. You know, how many different ways? Can you guess all the ways? Number 1, onions. Number 2, onions. Number 3, onions. Where I come from, we say onions. We pronounce everything. Do you get? We pronounce everything. So we say onions, and then there's some that say onions. I like me onions, them blend. But I like them when you just cut them inside. You see me? To blend it up. Yes. So all of this is going in there. All of it is going in there. Okay, the whole thing. Looks like a lot. Looks like it's a lot, yes. But just that short time, let me just show you one thing. Just that short time I took to, look, can you see the under start to burn? So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so it doesn't burn. Get this right. And the smells are just coming to me already. Right, so now I'm going to add water because I don't need this to thing. I'm going to add water now. I'm adding quite a lot of water because the tomato puree is very thick. And if you want to make a stew, to be fair, you could just make it like this. If you just wanted to make a stew without the peppers and stuff, you could just make it like this and it will come out like a nice stew once you add the seasonings, yeah? It will come out quite nice once you add the seasonings. I'll show you real quick. Once you add the seasonings in your cubes, this is a red stew, just by itself, all by itself. See that? Because I added the water. See there? This is a red stew, but you need to back off because this is gonna be spitting out a little bit. This is a red stew all by itself. You can see the consistency. I'm gonna add a bit more water, make it a bit more fluid, and you can see I've got stock cubes on the edge waiting to go in. Okay, so get it to the right consistency. You keep adding the water till it's the right consistency. You keep adding the water till it's the right consistency. And you see the fireworks happening already. So if you wanted to cheat and make red stew without plum tomatoes, you can make a red stew, African style red stew, especially if you're making what we call wache stew. Wache stew, yeah, which is that stew that you have with the rice and beans that's coloured. You can make it this way if you add the right seasoning. That thing I bun me up. Now get bun up. Now you see what's going on. Can you see this? It's already like a stew, like it's already been cooked down with plum tomato. You wouldn't tell. The traditional way of making stew is with plum tomato, but you can actually use just puree tomato if you have used natural ingredients to make your base, i.e. the peppers and stuff. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be blending, while this simmers a little bit more, we're going to be blending the peppers and the other things to add to it. But just as it is, it's a stew. It's a red stew, just all by itself. It's a red stew. But we're going to add more flavour to it. We're going to enhance the flavour. You see me? Simmer. Don't mind me. Yeah. So we're going to add all the flavours. I'm actually going to put these in with so this is Maggi cube and stock cube, okay? So Maggi cube and stock cube, that's going in, all of it. For the amount that we're making, we're going to put all of that in, and then we're going to put the peppers in there. All the juice is going in right now. Yeah, and we're going to blend it all up. All of it's going in. Yeah. There you go. In its own juices. The same bowl. I'm going to blend all this up right now. Okay. The carrot, the onion, the ginger, the garlic, the sweet peppers, all of it is in there. Now, the stew, you wouldn't be able to tell that there's no plum tomato in this. Historically, we've always used either fresh or plum tomato, but this is purely puree tomato, and this consistency is quite good. Yeah, the consistency is quite good. You've seen everything that's gone in it so far. And what we've also done is blended the peppers now. We've blended the peppers and all that is going to go inside. That's going to give it a different taste. And this is going to enhance the flavour. So remember, this was all the peppers and the garlic and the onion that we had put in the oven to roast. All of that goodness is going in right now. You see that? And I can afford to get some water and just get all that goodness out. Make sure I get all of that goodness, all those flavours in there. Get it. Make sure all of it is in there. And this is going to be the red stew. This is it right here. We are not playing around. This is it. The flavours are all in this pot right here. See that? We've already put the stock cube in. I'm going to add some more seasoning. Add some more seasoning. This is all-purpose seasoning. Again, can't really tell you how much, but it's a generous amount that's going in. Add some paprika. It doesn't need too much because the peppers in there have already been smoked, so I'm not going to add too much. And then there's something we call seasoning salt. Seasoning salt. This is seasoning salt going in. We'll put a bit of that in, or flavour enhancer. You know it to be that. And I just like to put some a little bit of barbecue seasoning in my stew. Just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of barbecue seasoning. Yeah, just a little bit, not too much. It just gives it a different kind of vibe, you know? Different kind of vibe. Girl, you got that vibe. And then I guess the last thing I would put in this is some bay leaves. Put a few in there. 1, because it's a big pot. 2, these are big bay leaves, isn't it? Bay leaves. 2 more. Ooh, can get it out. 3. Put the bay leaves in there. And we're good to go. This is the stew right here. The smell, honestly, it just smells so good. It smells so good. Real good. Just like me. Oh, I've got to stop sometimes. This is the stew, guys. So I'm going to leave this to simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. And after 15 to 20 minutes, the whole thing's going to be done. Okay, this is foundation stew. I call it foundation stew because if I take some of it out, I can use it for bean stew, I can use it for spinach stew, traditional, let's say West African spinach stew, I can use it for okra stews, I can use it for assorted meat stew, lots of different stews. And when I say stew, I mean West African stews. This is it. And I'm going to taste it to make sure. Yeah, perfect. Now you could add, some people do add oyster sauce in here and fish sauce. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but to be fair, it tastes good just as it is. It tastes good just as it is. So it doesn't necessarily need it. It tastes really good right now. Just the right spice, just the right, everything nice, everything balanced, yeah. Everything nice. Yeah, so I'm actually going to put some oyster sauce in here. I'm going to go in with a bit of oyster sauce. Not too much, but it does add to the taste, it adds to the flavour. And I'm also going to add some fish sauce as well. Not too much, but enough to give it a kick, yeah? To give it some extra flavour. And I would say I'm going to leave this to stew down a little bit, and it's all good. It doesn't need any extra chili powder, depends on how spicy you like your food. Just let this simmer now. That's all it is, and it's done. It doesn't need to cook for too long because the peppers and stuff were already roasted, and also the puree tomato is quite thing already. What's the word? It's concentrated. Again, doesn't need much. So this is going to start bubbling up. It's bubbling, 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 bubbling. You know that tune? You know that tune, July? Don't you know that tune? Are you trying to carry on like this? There isn't a tune called bubbling, bubbling. What did they say then? Oh, this is on point. It's on point. Oh my goodness. That's the red stew. That is it. This is red stew in its simplest form. So now you can add beef to this, you can add spinach to it. If you're gonna add spinach to it, you can, but I would suggest that you also add a bit of palm oil and a little bit of some kind of dried fish, i.e. shrimp, blended. Add that to it. It will give it a different dimension, trust me. Yeah, so okay, so the stew is done, everything is in as you saw, and it's cooked down a little bit, so this is how it has come out, just like this. This is the right consistency. If you want it a bit lighter, you add a little bit more water, but this is it. And so hope you like it.